Hi, my name is Mark Chong, and this is a dual stick shooter called Akimbo. Um, so you're a mech pilot. You're controlling this robot. You're piloting this robot, and whoa, you get into big fights, and you can shoot in two directions at once, or you can unify your gunfire and fight traditionally, which is to have both guns pointing in the same direction. Or you can click the right hand stick, and this will make it so that the right stick controls the right gun, and the right trigger controls the right gun, and the left stick, that controls your movement as well as the direction that the gun points. So your left gun is what I would call your leading arm. That's your leading gun or leading arm. And your right one is your point defense or parrying arm. And then, of course, you can unify, and it doesn't really matter once you do that. Now, working in unified mode is, again, that's a traditional way of most dual-stick shooters. It's good. It gives you very good, strong, powerful gunfire in one direction, lets you deal with individuals or single swarms coming from one direction, gives you really good evasive mobility, huge benefits, and it's easy to learn and easy to use. This kind of unified mode. But using Akimbo takes a lot more skill, harder to coordinate. So I mean, yeah, it's kind of a nice little concept, but it looks really cool when I do it, and it's really good if I'm surrounded. And then another thing that I can do is when I'm in Akimbo mode, I can click the stick and it turns on an autopilot, or cruise control rather. And this lets me shoot in any direction I want with those two guns. But if you're in unified mode, clicking the left stick is an afterburner, kind of a little quick boost jet. So one of these modes is for mobility, while the other one is meant more for being able to shoot in different directions. And it's good if you're, surrounded. As you can see, there is kind of a line of sight thing going on. Also, the landscape is randomly generated, which means you can roam endlessly in any direction, well, until you hit a wall, as far as you want, and it will just keep generating more and more terrain. Likewise, it is also erasing the terrain that you walk away from, and only keeping the terrain that is in your immediate vicinity, whatever's on your screen, and just outside on the border edge. So whoa. You'll also notice that I have two different kinds of guns. One of them is a shotgun. The other one is a machine gun. Now, the machine gun is very precise. Just lightly pressing the trigger is for accurate gunfire. The more you push, the more your gun will automatically spray left and right. Or you can spray manually, but this is good for covering a corridor or covering two corridors at once. Now, the shotguns, light presses are fine little bursts. They do really good damage up at a distance. And a lot more you push, though, the bigger the choke. So I am using the pressure sensing on the triggers. You can see the spread. Also, you'll notice that there are 4 ammunition pools. 2 for the shotgun, 2 for the machine gun. And you can switch. You can have a shotgun and a machine gun, or you can alternate those on the arms. Or you can have 2 machine guns or 2 shotguns. Also, if you hold the trigger down, it will engage auto fire. Sometimes you can pull both triggers at the same time, or if you want, you can stagger them. So you choose how you want to operate these guns. The other thing is that there's heat buildup, so the guns do shoot a lot slower when they're overheated. but they'll still work. Okay, so keep in mind though, you have those 4 ammunition pools, 2 per gun for the 2 types of ammunition, and you can run out on one of those arms. So keep in mind which one's your leading arm and which one's your parrying arm. And try to space things out and balance out which ammunition pools you're using. Now, when it comes to the little guys, they'll bump into you and slow you down. You can shake them off. So if enough of them get around you, they'll pretty much immobilize you. But you can jiggle the joystick and eventually break free. And this is why I like having a machine gun on the left stick, because this way, while I'm jiggling myself free, I can be opening up with the machine gun to just get them off of me. Go away, get off. Meanwhile, I can be using the left-hand stick to kill the big ones. And the big guys, those are the only ones that can actually hurt you. Little ones can't really hurt you directly, but they will slow you down so the big ones come along and try to eat you. But the thing is that big ones will spawn those little ones, so if you leave them alone for too long, they'll really pile up a whole bunch of little guys after you. Plus, when you kill them, they start coming out. Yeah. The thing is that, yeah, you want to kill the big ones. They keep spawning those little ones. And if you shoot them with either weapon, you'll stun them. Now, the machine gun doesn't look very powerful, but it does kill those little guys in one hit, and if there's long lines of them, it will cut through multiple enemies, so the machine guns are actually really, really useful for killing the little ones. But you'll be shooting all day at the big ones. It just takes a long time for the machine gun to actually kill a big one. So the shotguns are really the best thing for big game hunting. So yeah, one of each is pretty powerful in that you can use them. You can see that, it's like I'm... So like I say, it takes a lot of coordination to try not to do the same thing with both sticks. This is what a lot of amateurs do, is they do this. A lot of things, you know, going in the same way, pulling triggers at the same time. You know, they don't know how to coordinate the 2 hands. So if you're having difficulty at first, you know, I would suggest you start out with unified mode first. And then, you know, once you get comfortable with that, then you can try a few forays into the Akimbo mode. And besides, there's nothing that says that you have to use one or over the other. They have their advantages and disadvantages, and you'll find that very often I'm switching between them. Yeah, so that's it.